and welcome to Jumpstart with Javon, where we are reading personal development books to help you to jumpstart your day. We are reading these books aloud. These are excerpts from books that I have read, and I am excited to share with you today about knowing the difference between a giver and a taker. Givers are just different. So, if this is something that interests you, stay tuned because this is good. But before I move forward, I do want to invite you to come and be a part of the No Excuse Today community. Visit noexcusetoday.com. If you like to stay connected with me, you can join the community for free. Okay, get on my email list and let's stay connected. Alrighty, let's jump right in. I am on chapter 21, and this is page 108 if you have this book. It's called Reinventing Yourself, and it's by Steve Chandler. Alrighty? Righty? So he says, we are either givers or takers. In relationships, there are givers and there are takers. Each one is a personal invention, and each one gets a different result. The givers have fun with other people. They are confident of their positions as givers, while the takers are usually paranoid about being exposed as takers and losing the relationship. Now I'm going to hop on over to the treasure island of giving. I love studying happy salespeople's relationships with their customers. Like Robert Louis Stevenson said, I believe that everyone lives by selling something, and you can learn a lot from the world of sales. For one thing, the great salespeople don't see themselves as takers. They give for a living. They give their time, they give their advice, they give and offer friendly service. They give a promise of a caretaking professional relationship. They bring a great product to the world that everybody could enjoy, and they see themselves as making a contribution to the lives of their customers, to the lives of all the people that's around them. And givers, they glow with a certain kind of energy. That energy comes from the giving concept they hold of themselves. Self concept, says Nathaniel Branden, is destiny. And so the givers who work in sales prosper. The universe rewards their giving by giving back to them. You will never, ever go wrong in life by giving. I live by that philosophy. You can't go wrong in life by giving. You give, it's going to come back to you in some shape, form, or fashion. The takers, however, are weakened by their poor concept of themselves, and they always feel inferior to their customers. They always feel inferior to the people around them. The shift of reinvention from being a taker to being a giver is a shift that requires action. The act of giving itself is what first activates the spirit, and soon the giver is soaring into new dimensions of life. Most people have a hard time giving because they have misunderstood the results of previous attempts. This is good. They remember being disappointed and victimized because they gave so much. They don't trust giving because they think they have given before and they have been burned. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. I gave of my love, I gave of my time, I gave of this, I gave of that, and nothing came of it. So they are burned from doing that. But the reality is, they have not. What they have called giving, they're not true givers. If you feel that way, consider this. The writer writes, what they have called giving was actually a form of trading. Oh, this is so good. I really want you to, if you don't do anything else, listen to this. Trading is not giving. Trading is an act that focuses on what the return will be. So just think about your relationships right now. Think about how many transactional relationships do you actually have? Are you giving of your time and your service and your, willingness to do things because you know you're going to get something in return? That is called trading. That is a transaction. That's not giving. I hear so many people when they're in relationships, oh, they they don't do this for me, but I do this for them, I do them. If you did it with your whole heart, and if you did it not expecting anything in return, then you will never be disappointed. You will never be frustrated, okay? Because you are doing it because it is a part of who you are. True giving does not focus on the return. Say that out loud. True giving does not focus on the return. I have a sister who lives by this. She says, if I give you something, I'm not expecting anything in return. Because I give, I'm giving from the abundance of my heart. So whether you give it to me, whether you give it back to me or not, it makes me no never mind, because I'm still going to give. True giving does not focus on a return. It focuses on the giving. The giver gives without conditions. The giver gives without conditions. And then moves mental energy right away to the next person to give, and they never look back. So I want you to commit to in your efforts of giving. When you give of yourself, you give of your time, you give of anything, do that because that is a part of who you are, not because you're going to receive anything in return. Let that become a part of the fabric of how you walk throughout this life. This is no fairy tale. This is life. This is life, honey. And when you move like that, things begin to shift for you in the world. You will never go without. It may seem a little tight and hard at times, but true givers are never losing. I don't care what anybody ever tells you. It may not look like they have a lot, but they are abundant in riches, in spirit. They are abundant in resources, okay? What you put out is definitely coming back to you, okay? You got to believe that. So the giver gives without conditions, and then they move their mental energy right away to the next person to give to. Okay? Accomplished givers become filled with self respect, and often they are former takers who have reinvented themselves. They are not giving in order to get happiness in return. The happiness is already there, it lives inside of the act of giving. Well, I hope that this was good for you, because it was good for me. If you come to Jumpstart with Javon in the morning, we are all about positivity over here. Leave negativity right at your doorstep. Don't bring it to mine. Alrighty. I am Javon, and this has been Jumpstart with Javon. Come back with me tomorrow so we can jumpstart your day. I'll see you when I see you. Have a flippin' phenomenal day.